Welcome to our latest Wandering Walks of Wonder adventure. Today we're headed to historic Newton, Kansas. We'll step back in time as we explore the storied streets, take a look at the town's rich history as well as its founding moments, and some of the remarkable stories of its residents as we tour this historic Kansas town. Our walk today here in Newton begins at the Warkenton Mill, which was constructed in 1879. The introduction of Turkey red wheat marked a remarkable shift in wheat production in Kansas. In 1870, Kansas harvested less than 2.5 million bushels of spring wheat. However, by 1880, following the arrival of the winter Turkey red, the production surged to 17.3 million bushels. This required a number of wheat mills here in this part of Kansas. This particular mill was purchased by Bernard Warkenton, a young Russian immigrant who acquired it from the Monarch steam mills. He converted it into a roller mill especially equipped to process the Turkey red hard winter wheat variety. Newton, located here in central Kansas, became a city in 1871 and was named after Newton, Massachusetts. Initially serving as a railhead for the Chisholm Trail cattle drives from 1871 to 1873, it gained prominence when it was designated a division point for the Santa Fe Railroad. During the 1870s, Russian Mennonite settlers introduced Turkey red hard winter wheat from their homeland, transforming it into Kansas's primary agricultural product. Presently, Newton functions as a hub for trade and shipping within the wheat-growing region. The city's economy thrives on railroad maintenance facilities, food processing, and grain milling plants. Newton is also host to Bethel College, which was founded in 1887 and is recognized as the oldest Mennonite college in the United States. We're now heading towards one of the more historic buildings here in Newton, also one of the buildings that led to the growth as a railroad hub center, and that's the Santa Fe Depot. This building was designed by E.H. Harrison, who was a Kansas architect, and was constructed between 1929 and 1930, and he showcased the Tudor Revival style. This building was modeled after Shakespeare's house in Stratford-on-Avon. This two-story brick building boasts a very steep slate roof that's adorned with patches of half timbering. Inside, if you have a chance to go inside, there's medieval elements like heavy beam ceilings and half-timbered walls that adds to its unique charm. This station, which is actually the third depot on this site, was once a bustling hub in its prime. It accommodated a ticket office, waiting room, railroad offices, and even a Harvey House restaurant, which operated from its inception until the late 1940s. The Arcade Hotel, part of the Harvey House enterprise, replaced an earlier structure from 1883 and thrived from 1900s onwards. Today, the depot houses the Amtrak waiting room and hosts a variety of shops and offices, including a law office that once occupied the space that was dedicated to the Harvey House lunchroom and newsstand. Across the street from us is the historic Railroad Savings and Loan Building. This building is a testament to Beaux Arts architecture and was constructed in 1925. This architectural gem served as the home for the esteemed Railroad Savings and Loan Company, which was chartered in May of 1896 and soon became a prominent financial institution in both Newton and the entire state of Kansas by the early 20th century. Valued at an impressive $8 million during the time of the building's finishing, the company was an integral part of Newton's growth and played a significant role in the state's development. We're now coming across the old Fox Theater that is now home to The Gathering, a local church here in Newton. This theater originally opened in 1914 as the Royal Theater and was renamed the Regent Theater in 1921. It became the Fox Theater in 1955 and closed as a movie theater by 1999. Across the street from us is the beautiful First Baptist Church. Newton's First Baptist Church was organized in the fall of 1877 by Reverend A.S. Merrifield, had about 43 members at the time. Reverend Merrifield remained a pastor until 1882, and the church has continued to grow since then. Across the street from us is what's now called the Santa Fe 5-6 Center. This building now houses grades 5 through 6 and is part of Newton School District. But at one point in time, it was an administrative building for the Santa Fe Railroad, as the Santa Fe used Newton as one of its divisional and regional office areas. Ahead of us is the First United Methodist Church. It actually has a very fascinating beginning to its story. A Methodist pastor once boldly stepped into the Golden Rule Saloon, and it marked the start of one of the early congregations here in Newton. Amidst the wild and lively atmosphere of the town, this pastor's courage to preach a sermon and lead a prayer certainly set a tone unique for that gathering inside the saloon. It's remarkable how such unexpected beginnings can pave the way for the establishment of a community congregation that has stood up through the test of time. On our left is the Harvey County Courthouse, as well as the main jail and detention facility. It is a more modern looking building, where previous courthouses were much more ornate, but this now serves as the administrative function of Harvey County. Just past the library is the military park, and inside military park you're going to see this cannon, which was once used in coastal defense during the Civil War. It was secured through the efforts of Judson Kilpatrick, a member of the Grand Army of the Republic, as well as Congressman Chester I. Long. It was presented to the city of Newton on October 4th, 1899. Donated to the city of Newton by Santa Fe Railroad, engine number 1880 and 86 are a prairie type style locomotive that was built between 1906 and 1907 by the Baldwin Locomotive Works. This type of engine was used in various services for 46 years, which was a longer period of time than any other class of steam engines. Those engines were completely replaced by diesel electric power by 1952. One of the most beautiful parks that you'll see here in the downtown urban area of Newton is the John Jacob Krehbiel Park, Memorial Park. John Jacob Krehbiel and his wife Anna, along with their children, arrived in Newton from Denmark, Iowa in 1879. Partnering with George L. Epps, they acquired the Angood Blacksmith Shop, which was located on East 6th Street. By 1883, Krehbiel assumed sole ownership and expanded the establishment into a carriage factory. His expertise as a skilled wagon maker and wheelwright, honed during his service for the Union Army during the Civil War, played a significant role in this endeavor. But Krehbiel's influence extended well beyond his business. He played a pivotal role in the founding of Bethel College and served as the first board president for over 2 decades. His philanthropic spirit was evident through generous donations to Bethel College and a local hospital. The family's residence was once situated just a little bit east of the factory and is surrounded by this wrought iron fence that encloses the park. I hope you've enjoyed this Wandering Walks of Wonder tour through historic downtown Newton. Make sure to hit a like and subscribe button, and we will see you on our next Wandering Walks of Wonder adventure. Take care now. Bye-bye.